Good afternoon, and this is Silver Bullet, Inner Silver Bullet, and we are on the 20th of um, we are on the 20th of May, and yesterday I happened to start my live session, but unfortunately I encountered a problem with my network provider, and I think this is what the reason why I couldn't keep up with the live session and had to wait for 1 hour more. So for today, um, I am looking at two pairs, which is the S&P and and also the silver. So we have already have 7 minutes from the start of the session, and the time that we come to the charts and start looking for possibilities of areas um, areas where price can be taken or can be respected is from 345, and possibly we are going to zoom out and look at possible areas that price might happen to meet. And we have one here, I believe, and we have another one here, which I believe is the first. So we are going to look at a higher target. There's another one here. From yesterday, as you can see, for the silver, this was the start of the trend, and immediately it was at 16. Price has already delivered itself, and anyone who could have taken the trade would have had a good risk management, I believe, from the start of this. So um, bullet risk about 500, so that is 500 ticks for 1000 ticks. It's same as 55 pips for 10 pips. So this is that for yesterday on the NEWYORK session. And yesterday I actually took a trade on the London session, and I anticipated the first candle that I saw, and this was the candle that I had to close the trade because price was consolidating. I think I had my trade around this axis, I think, and had a 60 pip stop. So because price was consolidating, I had to exit at somewhere around the break even, and price delivered immediately. It was afternoon session. So that was that for yesterday London session. And if we go to the S&P, that was the same thing. Sorry, I actually traded this, and I traded this axis by mixing 1%, 110 pips for 2 pips. This was my target, this low, but price was still consolidating. It hit my first take profit and it went back to, so coming back to this axis, I had to exit the price. I re-entered the trade. I think I didn't, but I waited to see what the price was going to do, and actually this was the morning session. I had to do that, so price delivered only at afternoon session from UTC +1, and we can see for the second part, this was the start of our session, 15:45, and what was the first fair value gap that we arrived from seeing it? This was 3:45 p.m. on UTC +1, GMT +1, and this was the first candle that we spotted at 3:55 p.m. and price triggered this axis at 3:40, 3:30 p.m. So I couldn't place a trade yesterday because the markets and my service was down, so I couldn't place any trade. And for today, I believe I didn't actually make any hesitation, but I think for today we might have a chance. Like I said earlier, I have two pairs I'm looking at. It's either this pair, so for here, and rather delete this, and I think for today I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to stick to this and watch the market move. And this is the start of our session from 45, and now it's getting to 3:45, so now it is getting to 4 p.m. and the start of the silver bullet session, and we are going to start looking for our first silver bullet we can spot, and then we anticipate it. So, and finally it is 4 p.m. and we will wait for this next candle to close itself for us to anticipate a trade. Yesterday has been hectic for me, and I don't wish that it occurs. It occurs to me again tomorrow because I have some important things to do by 3:30 p.m. So I might not be available on time for a live trade. So today we are going to look at this for today. And tomorrow is Friday, I think, of Thursday. Okay, tomorrow is Thursday. That is the final second to the last day of the week to anticipate good trades. And I can't say there aren't good trades on Friday, but I think if we are going to focus on the Friday and look for the possible silver bullet, I think you should focus more on Fridays. You should focus on the London silver bullet, because in the evening most of the times that is the final day of the week. There's low volatility, and price might not respect your take profits that you are targeting for. And also we have situations of if your trade goes in for another day, there's a lot of swap especially weekends. It happens if you are using some platforms also. Um, so also for on Monday, if you are going to anticipate the silver bullet session, I think you shouldn't anticipate the uh, London session. It's better to anticipate the New York session. On Friday, you should anticipate the London session. On Monday, you should anticipate the London and the New York session. For the Monday, why I said on the New York session, because there's more volatility, and Monday tends to occur that we we tend to see that there is not much volatility majority of the time. That is the start of the session, and I think the chart gets more volatile when it is actually New York session. So um, you can see even in this case we are on Thursday, Wednesday, and you can see on the London session is not so much volatile as the New York session. This is why I told you that it depends on the pair sometimes, but this is why I told you that you should focus more on the New York session if you want to have a very good volatile price delivery. If you want to, if you get a very good price delivery, most of the times you should look at the New York session. Um, the journey that I can say we are in my farm account, and actually I'm in a drawdown, and I can't say it's because of the strategy of the silver bullet that doesn't work. But like I said earlier, every individual is not perfect. So I encountered some losses, and I believe I have still held to the account and I am trading it. The beautiful part of it is that I didn't actually try to over risk or over leverage just to bring back my account, and this has actually saved me a lot of casualties, which I haven't blown the account, but I have been trying to grow. So I'm trying to grow, and I am going to see what the account statement I'm going to see what is the end of the day, and I apologize, at the end of the trading for the month, I can be able to identify if the trade condition is okay for me or not. So we are going also into June, I believe. So for now, this is the first fair value gap that I can spot, and I believe this is the SP 500, S&P 500 index, and I'm going to wait for the market's price to deliver itself at this, and if it doesn't deliver itself, I move to the next opportunity. And I think I should filter out some things which I believe every trader used to do it. They'll filter out their highs, lows, and whatever. But I should do it because I'm trying to make some people understand how this concept works. So let's see. This is a high. We have a low here. This was a low taken. We have no business with that. Our business is the current high and the current low. There is not taking. And we are going to look on the higher. perspective, we have a high here that price hasn't delivered itself. I have another one here, and I believe um, this could be areas where price can deliver itself. Same for here. This is a silver. This is a fair value gap, but I would like to anticipate this fair value gap because between the low and high, we are going to look at discount. So you can see price has rejected this fair value gap, and we are going to look on the next fair value gap. If it rejects, we know that possibly our narrative for this bullish um, involvement of the price going higher is wrong, and we can look for a possible uh, fair value gap again. So we are looking at this, and we are going to set our TP here. Actually, and also I already traded the morning session, and I exited at 50% of the price of the trade, and I said I can trade again on the NEWYORK session, and maybe also I might be happen to close my trade at 50% same thing like I did. So we are looking at the price. Price has not yet delivered to this fair value gap. So let's watch and see. This is a possible high that can be anticipated. Another possible high that can be anticipated. These are all clean highs. The price has not yet um, um, these are price levels that which price has not yet delivered to them. So we can go to our silver. Okay, for our silver, you can see this first fair value gap was respected, and I believe it's a good opportunity to make a buy here. You can actually place a trade here. Put your stop at 50, 5 pips, and you take profit at 10 pips, which I believe it's a good risk management. Same for here. We are looking at the next candle to deliver itself right here before aiming for higher narrative. So we are going to anticipate the first possible. Oh, beautiful. This is not a good narrative for us. It's on the smaller time frame. So we are going to watch if the next candle closes. I've not placed a trade yet, so I'm watching. You can see price has broken below the silver bullet. Then we will know. The next candle will tell us if I shall place a trade. So I'm watching. Okay, and for now I believe I can place a trade. If the price doesn't close lower to this candle, if it is closing below this candle, below here, I believe that this is invalid. Okay, I like the sound of the MT5. um okay, price has closed below the silver bullet fair value gap, so it's invalid for me to uh, trade with. So what is the next possible fair value gap that we could spot? The next possible fair value gap is this large piece of cake right here. So it is not yet silver bullet session to be over, so we are going to look at this low to be taken. If you go to the 1 minute time frame, you can be able to show that there is a low right here. There's a low right here. So price go anticipate this low before taking off, and you can see on the 5 minute time frame it's all the same. And let's go for S&P, since the price of the order has been rejected. This price, we delete it on the 5 minutes. The reason why I deleted it, not looking at it as a narrative for bullish, because on the silver goes positively correlated with the S&P. So if one is showing a very good narrative, I have to follow same way as the other. I can't ignore that. So I'm going to wait here and let me filter out the end of the session, since we know that this is the start of our session. 3:45. Let's filter out 15 minutes late. Immediately it's 5 p.m. We will know if we can anticipate a trade or not. Interesting. We can see this candle pulling out its leg. Same thing here. Price has delivered right to this highs, and price hasn't yet even tapped the zone that we are trying to target, and price is moving. So let's watch and see if the next candle favors us to anticipate a trade, then we can pull the leg off. Same for this. If the silver bullet fair value gap has not been respected, we will look for another possible fair value gap around this axis. Maybe the third candle could place a gap and we can anticipate it. Like I said, if outside even outside silver bullet is not respected, you can anticipate any silver bullet you see fair value gap inside the zone mostly. And some people have the type of trades that they do. Some anticipate it inside the session, and some anticipate some of the silver bullet fair value gap they see outside the session. So for now we are going to wait, and for now I am going to delete one one identity. um let's wait and see the next candles what it gives us. Ah, I just placed a trade, and you can see this is the uh, second fair value gap that I had to spot in the market. So I think I made a mistake and placed a trade right in the uh, instead of the silver. I placed a trade here. So we are still going to respect the decision that we made. Um, it could be a good or bad decision, but we've already made a decision. This was the fair value gap. I was supposed to anticipate on the silver, but unfortunately I ended up trading the one on the SP 500. So let me filter it out. Yeah, you can see. That was a very, very terrible decision making, which I made by placing my trade. We're still going to see how the trade plays out. Sure. Let me look at my stop loss again. I didn't wish to see me Ericsson over 0.5%, but you can see the price of the market, it's 50% of the silver fair value gap. And let me place at the end of the session, which is 15 minutes. late, and watch what the market does. For the one on the silver has actually been delivered, but I think on the 3-minute time frame, here is it, and price has right just below it. So if it fails, this could be a good possible fair value gap too, because if one trade fails, you see the mistake right there and you can anticipate the second option. This is why you should risk 0.5%. Either way, if you have even a 2 losses in a day, you know it's 1%, and that is enough for that. And I'm going to move. Interesting. Price is going right below, close to my stop loss. And can I even modify the stop? Let me see if I can modify and modify or delete. I want to close. Apologize, I can't show my MT4, MT5. I think I will tell you, sorry, my MT5. So I'm going to wait and see what the market can play out. Although I've already have a 0.5 win and the London session. So, and even this is a loss, I am break even for the day. And for this, I can say I supposed to anticipate this trade in the 50% of this candle. This is the first candle, second candle, third candle, fourth candle. I anticipate at 50%. So I was quick to place a trade right there. So I have to humbly accept my mistake. It's really painful sometimes to maybe follow your rules and end up having your stop being hit. But the case is that if you don't always follow the rules and make yourself disciplined, in the long run you won't be what you want to be. That's just the case. You won't be what you want to be. That's just the case. That's why it's better to follow your rules. You should follow your rules. Whatever the case might be, you respect what the market gives you. And for me, I have to accept my punishment for whatever the market gives me. It is the result to my decisions. And my stop is 20. I have not set my stop on the actually. Okay, so we hope to see the price close above this bearish candle. We still have 1 minute remaining. Here should be our targets. Let's see the next high, price call anticipate, and we have another here. Since this was taken, and you can actually look at this part. So this is the next price delivery that you can see the price move to it. And I apologize for my formation of highs and lows are actually somehow not straight, and the goal for me is to just make sure that I'm doing the right thing and showing you guys the possible things to do when making a decision for a trade. We still have 25 minutes for the silver bullet session to be over, and you can actually place your stop take profit to be at this level. When price triggers it, you can move your stop loss to break even. That's the best advice I can give you. And we are also anticipating this high to be taken. Interesting. Well, whatever the case might be, we are just waiting for the stop for take profit one to be hit, and we can move our stop loss to break even and continue your activities. And you can check in later if your break even has been triggered, or the price is still moving to your take profit target. For now, we can wait and watch. We can wait and watch. we can see the price of the market has started rising, and like I said, you should set take profit parameters as a trader. And like ICT said, he said majority of the times, like how I see he do trades is that he can set a 1% stop loss. Then once a price of that market has hit his first take profit, he takes off 50% of that trade. He takes away 50% of that trade. So the next thing he does is maybe he moves his break even trade to break even, and or leave the price to keep moving. So either way, if the market even goes back to his top, he's been hit with 0 - 0.5%, which is a good risk because it has taken off that first um it has taken off that first take profit that he had. um in other cases he could move his stop to break even, and once the market has hit the first take profit and reverses back to his trade point entry, he's left with 0.5% for the day. So everyone has this type of trading style, from the way the risks, that is the risk to reward. Some day to also to the trading style of day trading, which is some focus on the 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily time frame. Sorry. Some again focus on the 1 minute, like the silver ICT, and some focus on the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes. And also I cannot only trade in this type of condition, so I will actually look for a week, maybe in June, and look for and show how I anticipate a trade in a week. And I have two types of trading conditions which I believe if I want I can follow, by trading on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and leaving out Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Fridays, because Monday it's going to be I consider it like my ECN share session. So Tuesday and Wednesday I anticipate the manipulation, and sometimes I believe we encounter cases that the start of the low of that week could be on Monday, but majority of the time we get to see the low of the weeks being anticipated on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So I also trade that type of trade condition, not only on the 5 minute time frame. And for now, one of the best things I consider for me as a trader is setting my take profit parameters. Once the trade hits my first take profit and I move my stop loss to break even, I have more ease of mind. Why? Because I am at risk-free trade, so I just watch back maybe in 30 minutes, 1 hour, and see what the market is still doing. So that is that for now. So for now we have 10 more minutes, and the silver bullet session will be over, and I believe this is the end of my silver bullet session for this week. I apologize for yesterday, and also I didn't like the situation that occurred yesterday, and my I do not hope that it happens to me again, because I have something serious tomorrow. So I will not be available tomorrow on Thursday, and maybe I might be available on Friday. And if I am not available on Friday, I will be back on Monday or Tuesday on a live session, or maybe a recorded session. Um, for now, I have to wait for the silver bullet session to be over so that I can be able to watch my first take profit to be triggered so that I can move my stop loss to break even. I love my first take profit to be always be triggered because I'm always at risk free once the market hits my first take profit. It's beautiful. Hmm. I had a real panic because I could have closed seeing the trade coming to this areas, but I decided to hold on to it. I actually made a mistake and made my trade above here instead of waiting until the market comes at 50% of the candle before this candle, this long quick candle, to come at 50% before I can click a trade. But I actually made a mistake, which I thought I was trading I placed a trade on the silver, and actually I was placing a trade on the S&P, so I didn't watch, and immediately I just clicked on the trade, it just zoomed off below, so I couldn't do anything about that or close the trade. The best thing I could is wait to see if the silver bullet fair value gap is being respected. So we still have 8 minutes for the silver bullet session to be over. I just hope to see my first take profit target to be hit. That is what I want. This is this high to be hit again, because definitely this high will be taken off again. So let it just at least hit this first take profit so that I can move my stop loss to break even. So this is the end of the silver bullet session, and I believe you can, like I said, setting your first take profit parameters is very important. So if the price of the market has clicked on your first take profit parameters, you can move your stop to break even, and you can do your other activities. If the price hits your stop loss, is not a problem. The best thing is you know that you have followed your rules and you traded right. So thank you and have a good day.